Hello everyone and welcome to Crystal's Crochet Cubbyhole and to Tutorial Tuesday. Okay, today we are going to, of course, use the book, The New Crochet Stitch Dictionary by Nellie Brass and Evelyn Hetty Burkhart. And today I'm going to be doing the fish scale pattern. It's number 35 in the book and it's on page 21. And of course, again, we will need 100% cotton yarn, or at least mostly cotton yarn to do our washcloth. And let's see. Then you're going to need a pair of scissors to cut your yarn when you're done. You need a needle for sewing in your ends, a tape measure if you're wanting a certain size, and you'll need a crochet hook, and I'm using a 6mm crochet hook. So to do the fish scale pattern, you need an even stitch count plus one beginning chain. So I'm going to start by chaining, we'll do our slip knot. And then we are going to chain 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 28, 29, 30. Now I'm going to chain one beginning chain. And now for our row 1, we're going to start in the second chain from the hook, and we're going to do a single crochet. And now you'll do a single crochet in every stitch all the way across. So do single crochet in every stitch all the way across, and I will meet you near the end of this row. Okay, we're coming up on the end of row 1, and I have done a single crochet in every stitch across. Got a couple more to do. Okay, so I've done a single crochet in every stitch across, and that's what we have so far. Now I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. Okay, so we have chained 1 and turned our work, and we're getting ready to start row 2, and row 2 is the start of our repeat rows. You're going to be repeating rows 2 and 3 for the length of your washcloth. So for row 2, we're going to go into the second chain from our second stitch from the hook, and we're going to do a slip stitch. To do a slip stitch, you go in, grab your yarn, pull through the stitch, keep hold of your yarn, pull through that loop. You only have one loop on your hook. Next stitch, we're going to do a triple crochet. And to do a triple crochet, you wrap your yarn twice, go in through that stitch, wrap your yarn, pull up a loop, 4 loops on your hook, wrap your yarn, pull through 2, wrap your yarn, pull through 2, wrap your yarn, pull through 2. And that is a triple crochet. Now in the next stitch, we're going to do a slip stitch. And this is going to scrunch up our triple crochet, but that is fine. You go in to that next stitch, wrap your yarn, pull it up, pull it through, and pull it through. And you've got only one loop on your hook. Then do a triple in the next one. Wrap your yarn, pull through 2, wrap your yarn, pull through 2, wrap your yarn, pull through 2. The next stitch, you're going to do a slip stitch. So pull your yarn through all your loops, through the stitch and through the loop that's already on your hook. Now you're going to repeat that until we come to near the end. And when you get to where you have 3 stitches left, I will join you, okay, and show you how the end is just a slightly different. Okay, I'm coming up. I've got 3 stitches left. On row 2, what we did was we did a slip stitch, then a treble crochet, slip stitch, treble crochet, slip stitch, all the way to the end. Now down here we have 3 stitches left. So I'm going to do I just finished with a slip stitch. Hold on. So I'm going to do another treble crochet into the next stitch. And now in the last 2 stitches, I'm going to do slip stitches. So I'm going to slip stitch in this one, and then I'm going to slip stitch in the last one. So I've done a slip stitch, treble crochet all the way down, and then on the last 3 I did a treble crochet, slip stitch, slip stitch. Now I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. That's the end of row 2. Here's what we've got so far. Now to start row 3, which is the last row of our repeat, this one is pretty simple. In the very first, well, the second stitch from the hook, we're going to do a single crochet. So do a single crochet in that second stitch from the hook. Now we're going to jump over to our, it's like we're skipping a stitch, and then we're going to go over to where the top of the treble is. Now if you notice, it's laying back here. So let me, right there is the top of the treble. It's laying behind that little bump. And inside that top of that treble, we're going to do 2 single crochets. 1, 2. Now we're just going to jump over to the next treble crochet, which is laying back here behind. And we're going to do 2 single crochets into that same stitch. Jump over to the next one. So see, we're skipping a stitch and going into the next stitch, which is the top of our treble. And we're going to do 2 single crochets into the top of that stitch. So you continue on down, skipping that single, or skipping the slip stitch from the row before, and then in the treble, top of the treble, you're going to do 2 single crochets. Now do that all the way till you get to the end, and I will join you when we get almost to the end. Okay, we're coming up toward the end. I just did 2 single crochets in the top of that treble, jumping over to the next treble and doing 2 single crochets in the top of it. And this is causing that little bump out on here, which is like your fish scale pattern. So now I'm going to go, I've got another treble, one last treble here, so I'm going to do 2 single crochets in the top of that treble. That leaves 1 stitch in this row, so I'm going to go into that 1 stitch, and sometimes it can be a little tight. You go into that last stitch and do a single crochet, and that's the end of row 3. And there is what our work's looking like. We're going to chain 1 and turn, and then you're going to repeat row 2 again, which is slip stitch, treble crochet, slip stitch, treble crochet, and at the end you'll have 2 slip stitches on those last 2 stitches. So that's the end of our repeat. So you will repeat rows 2 and 3 till you get the washcloth the length you want. So hold on, and I'll come back and show you what the finished product looks like. Okay, and I would probably suggest maybe doing just a simple row of single crochets all the way around a couple times or whatever, make you a little border, because it does kind of get wonky there a little bit, and that would help straighten it out on the sides. Sorry for shaking the camera. But this is what our finished washcloth looks like. Let me fold it up and hold it up close so you can see. Okay, now here's the back. The back's just flat, which is beautiful stitch. And then there's your front with all your little bauble looking things. So this is the fish scale pattern. I really like it. That would make a pretty blanket or whatever. It would take a while with all the slip stitches and single crochets. It would take you a little bit of time, but it is a beautiful stitch. Now let me fold it up. I need to sew in my ends still. But there is your fish scale pattern. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I really had fun doing this one, and I really like this pattern. I really do. So that's it for now. And I hope that, again, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And if you have any questions or comments, please don't hesitate to comment on the video. Share me out if you know somebody else that would like to learn this tutorial stitch. I'm not the greatest teacher, but I'm real, and I will teach you as best as I know how. And if there's something I can't teach you, hopefully I can direct you to another creator who can. But I love you guys, I appreciate you, and we will talk to you later in Crystal's Crochet Cubbyhole. Bye for now.